Hello, viewers. My name is Helen, the convener of Marriage on the Road and Singles with Purpose. I will be wrapping up on balancing work and family. I will be speaking about some certain misconceptions about balance, because most of the time when people hear that word balance, they believe so many things that are not really true. So I will be shining light. I will be bringing to our understanding what balance really means, and maybe some little misconceptions about we balancing our work and then family. I will be stating some facts also that cannot change no matter what happens. Stay with me. So let me start from this note that balance actually does not really mean that we're going to give everything in our life equal time. It does not mean that we're going to share our life, our time between our family and then work 50-50. No, rather giving the right time, giving the right attention to the right priority. That is what balance means. Let me bring this fact to us again about the clarity of priorities. In God's agenda, we know that family is the first institution, no doubt about that, and nothing is going to change that. I want us to also know that our work is a platform to serve and then provide. Keeping both our work and then our family in perspective will really go a long way in helping us to avoid neglect in each of the parts that are paramount in our lives. Another fact I want to bring to us is that there is need for boundaries and rhythm. Balance actually comes when we were able to create healthy boundaries, as in when to work, when not to work, when to rest, when to connect and bond with members of your family, and maybe you finding a healthy rhythm rather than running and maybe you're just running from pillar to pole every time and then you have constant overload on you. No, it shouldn't be like that, but your own balance will come when you are able to find your rhythm due to the boundaries that you were able to set. Our presence, both at home and then at work, should be intentional. Being fully present matters more than you being everywhere at once. So quality outweighs quantity. I feel we should please reckon with that. So one thing we cannot do without when we're looking for a way to strike balance, this is teamwork and communication. Let me tell you this, that a supportive family is like an atmosphere where you will be able to share responsibility. Then you'll be able to communicate your needs adequately and then appreciate each other's contribution. That is important. Times sometimes and seasons might change, so we would need grace and flexibility. We don't need to be rigid. No. This is how we have been running it for ages, and then it must remain the same. We should be able to embrace grace when those changes come on our way. We should be flexible so that we can always lean on God's wisdom and grace so that we can adjust without guilt whatsoever. This is a fact that we cannot actually look away from. There are times that our job might need us more, and then there are other times when our family will need us more. So we should be able to be flexible between the two and be sensitive in giving our best to which of the priorities is at the topmost level to be attended to. So before I will be wrapping up finally on this, let me bring some unnoticed misconceptions about balancing work and family. Some people believe that balance means equal times. No, balance does not mean equal time. Sometimes there are some seasons that will demand more work focus. There are other times that would also demand family attention. 2. Some people believe that success at work justifies neglect at home. No, people unconsciously believe that once you are financially able in your family, that it has covered their roles as a father or as a mother. No, family needs emotional presence. It does not really mean your money or your ability to provide or your financial strength alone. Not just money, your attention is equally needed. Please, success at work does not justify you being away from your family. They are two different things entirely. 3. Some people believe that quality time is just about the big moments where you are able to take your family member to vacations abroad, or maybe outings or special days count like that. No, the thing we did not notice, the truth there is that the daily small time, the consistent interactions, and you may be talking over dinner, you praying together in the morning, listening to God's words together, going to a place of worship together, they actually matters the most. Did I just hear you say that family can wait but work can't? I think it's a misconception. I believe that there could be some urgent deadlines that could be pressing, so family moments are often postponed. But unlike work, family bonds weaken quietly over the time if constantly pushed aside. Before you know it, okay, family can wait, I can always get back to my family, my work cannot wait. The fact of the matter is that the end result is that the bond in your family will continue to weaken over time. Yeah, so family cannot wait. You will need to be intentional about having a slot for your family, no matter how busy your schedule turns out to be. I heard some people saying that balance can be achieved once and then for all. It's not like that, because life is not stable. There are seasons, like it's a thing. Like balance, we have to be on a daily basis. You adjust on daily basis because of circumstances, because of needs, because of responsibilities, and because of change. So balance cannot be achieved once in a lifetime. It has to be maybe on daily basis, on weekly basis, on monthly basis. In fact, every day of our life we have to make some little adjustment before we could actually have a balance. It is possible for you to be balanced this week, and the next week you might be a little bit shaky, but you have to make that balance consistent by daily adjustments to circumstances and situations around you. Okay, some people said self-care is equivalent to selfishness. No, there is need for you to be intentional about taking care of yourself, for you to take care of your personal health, for you to be spiritually refreshed. Thinking it steals you from work and family is not appropriate, but neglecting your own self-care is actually harmful to both your family and then to your work, because once you are not okay, once you are not fine, once you are dry inside, you cannot pour out from an empty vessel. So please be fine physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. Please be fine. It is important for you to please take note of all of these deficiencies. Once you note them, and upgrade. Be fine. It is okay for you to take care of yourself personally. Then you can pour out to your work and then to your family from a filled vessel. I have heard people say this, that technology helps us to be everywhere. This is another misconception. You know what? It is an unnoticed trap, because your phone, those devices can actually create an illusion as a connection, but in the other way around, they are actually taking you away from your family. They are taking your time away from you. It has a way to, like, you being online while ignoring those people who are physically present with you. So technology sometimes might not connect you, but it has the ability to disconnect you even from people who are closest to you. Like under the same roof is possible. So you cannot be online and then try to disregard people next to you and tell me that technology helps you to be everywhere. No. If we misuse technology, it can only help you to disconnect from people closest to you and then connect to people who are far away from you. Let's strike a balance. It is important, because being online while you are ignoring some people who are physically present next to you really means that you are truly not present anywhere. Yeah. Let me tell you this again, that balance does not depend on individuals' efforts alone. Many think that maybe it depends on me, I will have to be the only one to adjust. No, but balance will have to involve me and involve my spouse and involve my children. So everybody under the roof will have to work together as a team so that we can actually strike a balance. Of course, with God's wisdom and grace. Therefore, it's like a subtle trap. If you begin to think that balance is about doing everything, the truth is this, that you are to do things that are most important. You do them well. You do them in the right season. And then you do everything with God in the center. God in the middle of everything. So finally, let me tell you this, that true balance is not just a strategy. It is meant to be a lifestyle of total surrenderness to God. It is about you making the wise choices and intentional living. So when you were able to prioritize God, He will guide you at work and then at the same time guide your family to remain in harmony. Let me close with the book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3. Thank you so much for listening. Please connect with us on the comment section, and you can also call directly on 07037150154. Your home is blessed. Have a pleasant weekend, and may your home bring joy and glory to God, and then fulfillment, happiness and joy to your entire family. Bye bye.